Hello, everyone. As global economic integration and the movement of people accelerate, foreign workers have become an indispensable part of Japan's economy. However, beneath that rapid increase lies an issue that has become particularly severe in recent years. Illegal migrant workers in Japan, challenges and solutions through better screening and cooperation. We will explore these challenge from the perspective of cooperation with ASEAN countries. Our presentation will proceed according to the following timetable of contents. First, opening, second, current situation, and third, country stance, and the next, solutions, and the last, conclusion. This slide introduces the member who worked on this presentation. First, a brief overview of Southeast Asia, which is the backdrop for this issue. Southeast Asia includes countries like Indonesia, the Philippines, Vietnam, and Thailand. Many people from these countries go to Japan for better job opportunities. Unfortunately, some face illegal or unfair conditions. It has become a serious issue for both Japan and Asian countries. So, why does this matter? Many migrant workers face problems such as illegal employment, long working hours, and low protection. Illegal work causes human rights and labor problems. It also affects Japan's image and labor stability. Therefore, a fair and transparent system is urgently needed. Our presentation will focus on the following key points: the current situation of migrant workers in Japan, the challenges of illegal or unregulated employment, and finally, our main solution.
Now, let's take a look at the current situation of migrant workers in Japan. In recent years, Japan has become increasingly dependent on foreign labor, especially from Southeast Asian countries like Vietnam, Indonesia, and Philippines. This is mainly because Japan's population is rapidly aging and there are fewer young workers to fill essential jobs. As of 2024, there are over 2 million foreign workers in Japan, and more than 400,000 of them come from Asian nations. However, this growing reliance also comes with serious challenges in 2023. Deportations for immigrants violation rose by 65%, showing that irregular or illegal employment that is growing issue. Many migrant workers start under legal uh, programs but later face low pay, poor working conditions or restrictions that push them into unregulated jobs. This creates not only labor problems but also human rights concerns. One of the main reasons for these issues is the Technical Intern Training Program, or TITP. While the program was originally meant to provide skills training, it has been criticized for exploitation, long working hours, and underpayment. Because of these problems, Japan announced in 2024 that it will abolish the TITP and replace it with a new fairer system. This new framework focuses on transparency, mobility, and stronger protection for workers. Another big concern is the lack of social support for undocumented or overstaying migrants. Many cannot access healthcare or legal help, and language barriers make it hard for them to understand their rights. Some even avoid hospitals because they fear being reported to immigration authorities. These challenges show why better protection and cooperation are urgently needed.
All right, now let's talk about country stance. How can Southeast Asia countries work with Japan to address the challenges by migrant workers in Japan? All right, while Southeast Asian workers in Japan might still face challenges, ASEAN countries believe protecting migrant workers is a shared responsibility. And then, under the ASEAN Declaration on Protection and Promotion of the Rights of Migrant Workers, both sending and receiving nations, including Japan, must ensure fair treatment and dignity. Japan's cooperation in training and social programs reflect a people centered partnership that benefits both sides. So now let's talk about the Japan reform and ASEAN support. So Japan recently announced plans to replace the technical intern training program with a better and more transparent system that concentrates on ethical recruitment and worker mobility. These reforms align with ASEAN's goal of preventing exploitation and promoting decent work for migrant labor across the region. Now, regarding the principles, both ASEAN and Japan promote regional cooperation through training, mutual skill recognition, and Japan's specified skilled worker program, which gives ASEAN nationals a chance to integrate into Japanese society. The ILO also supports this by encouraging safe and orderly migration that reflects the UN Sustainable Development Goals. So, lastly, to wrap up the common stance, together, ASEAN and Japan share a common stance to move beyond temporary and concentrate on long term employment.
Last, we'll be looking at the solutions. Delegate of Asian and Delegate of Japan will host an Asian Japan Migrant Worker Council, AJMWC, which will include migrant interview, evaluation, reparation, or visa insurance. First, about the migrant interview. The AJMWC is a council hosted by the Asian Japan Center, AJC, and the Immigration Service Agency of Japan, ISA. The interview will be supervised by both institute and evaluate the ability and record of the person. Next, we'll move to the evaluation part. The representative of the council will evaluate the immigrants to decide whether to repatriation or to offer visa insurance to the person. Last is the support part. For the repatriation, the council will support the immigrants with return tickets or either political asylum loan if it's needed. And for the visa insurance, the ISA will offer Zairukado, which is the visa insurance, and also with the language or working support if it's needed.
In conclusion, the following objects are clear: protection, training, and cooperation. The welfare of these workers is considered a shared responsibility between the government of Japan and receiving companies and the sending nations of ASEAN. It's confident that by implementing these solutions, a more just and sustainable system that upholds the dignity of every worker can be built. Close collaboration with Japan is anticipated to make this vision a reality. Thank you.